Good morning, dear students. In the previous class, we had basically discussed that what impact does noise, pollution, crowding and density, and natural disasters play in influencing human behavior. Today, we are going to discuss about pro-environmental behavior. Pro-environmental behavior includes both actions which are meant to protect the environment from problems and to promote a healthy environment. Now let us discuss how we can protect the environment. We can do it by reducing air pollution, by keeping the vehicles in good condition, and stopping the practice of smoking. We can reduce noise pollution by becoming socially conscious. For example, discourage the needless honking on the road or making the rules regarding noisy music at certain hours. We can also help in the manage of garbage properly by encouraging separation of biodegradable garbage from non-biodegradable garbage or composting of kitchen waste. Similarly, the role of plants in preventing pollution or in reducing pollution can never be ignored. So we must plant as many trees as possible, keeping in mind that the plants and trees will be definitely creating a positive health impact on people. Saying no to plastics in any form, thus reducing the toxic wastes that pollute water, air and soil, reducing non-biodegradable packaging of consumer goods, and these days this is being encouraged by many of the organizations that they use brown paper packaging or such kind of packaging which is biodegradable. Laws related to construction that violate optimal environmental design should be framed properly. So in this particular slide, you can see all possible measures that a person can take or that the government can take in order to prevent environmental pollution and to promote pro-environmental behavior. In the next slide, we are talking here about psychology and social concerns. Well, today the biggest problems in the society are poverty and violence. Both these phenomena have been found to have noticeable impact on the physical and the psychological health of people. Let us take up poverty today. What is poverty? Poverty is a condition in which there is a lack of necessities of life in the context of unequal distribution of wealth in the society. Deprivation and social disadvantage, these are the additional features of poverty. So what is the difference between poverty and deprivation? Well, poverty is an actual shortage of resources which are necessary for living, like food, clothing and shelter, and can be objectively defined. Whereas deprivation means that a person feels he has lost something valuable and is not getting what he deserves. With this, we can connect it to another term that is called social disadvantage, a condition because of which some sections of the society are not allowed to enjoy the same privileges as the rest of the society. It is a hindrance to the growth of these sections of society. The caste system, for example, is the source of social disadvantage. But poverty, irrespective of caste, has also played an important role in creating social disadvantage. Discrimination. Discrimination refers to a behavior which creates a difference between rich and the poor, favoring the rich over the poor and the disadvantaged. Well, discrimination can be seen in certain walks of life like in education, employment and social interaction. Sometimes the children of the poor do not get the chance to study in good schools or get good health facilities and employment. So social disadvantage and discrimination prevent the poor from improving their socio-economic condition through their own efforts, and thus they become poorer and poorer. Having said and done this, let us understand what are the psychological characteristics and effects of poverty and deprivation. Many research has been conducted by social scientists Their findings and observations have shown that poverty and deprivation do have adverse effects on motivation, personality, social behavior, cognitive processes, and mental health. Well, when we consider in terms of motivation, naturally their achievement motivation is low because they do not have much hope or aspirations in their life. They think that everything in their life is governed by fate or luck, and they are not willing to do hard work. With regard to personality, the poor and deprived, they have low self-esteem or value judgment about oneself. They are having high anxiety and introversion, and always try to solve the problems of the present rather than being future oriented. With respect to their social behavior, the poor and deprived sections exhibit an attitude of resentment or aversion towards the higher class people of the society. Among the effects of prolonged deprivation on cognitive functioning, it has been found that performance on tasks which include reasoning, perception, and problem solving, in these areas, their intellectual functioning is lower than as compared to those who are less deprived. With regard to mental health, the poor are more likely to suffer from specific mental illnesses, and these kind of illnesses may include anxiety, depression. Besides, the poor experience a sense of hopelessness and helplessness with a loss of identity, as if they do not belong to the society, happens, and this is because they suffer from a lot of emotional and adjustment problems. Now let us understand what are the major causes of poverty. The major causes of poverty are poverty cycle, the poor who are responsible themselves for their poverty, culture of poverty, economic, social and political factors, and geographical factors. The poor themselves are responsible for their current situation because they lack the ability and motivation to put in effort and make use of available opportunities. Culture of poverty. Cultural poverty convinces the person that he or she will continue to remain poor, and the belief is carried from one generation to another. Well, we need to mention about economic, social and political factors such as discrimination, where certain sections of society are denied the opportunities for getting the basic amenities of life. The economic system, which is disproportionate in such a way, though through social and political exploitation, so that the poor are left out of the race. All these factors can be summed up in the idea of social disadvantage, because of which the poor experience social injustice, deprivation, discrimination, and finally social exclusion. The geographical factor is another factor of poverty. The geographical region where the people live, such as people living in desert areas which have a shortage of natural resources or harsh climatic conditions, this factor is something which cannot be controlled by human beings. However, attempts can be made to help the people in these areas. The poverty cycle is another important cause of poverty. Poverty begets poverty. As you can see from the slide here, low income and lack of resources then leads to low health and nutrition, lack of education, lack of opportunities and skills, which in turn continue their low income condition and low health and nutritional status. Now, what are the steps for poverty alleviation? We need to break this poverty cycle and help the poor to attain self-sufficiency. Well, we can support them with financial relief, medical and other facilities, but care should be taken that this does not make them dependent on these sources for their livelihood. Now, they should also take the responsibility for their life, which will help them to regain a sense of hope, control and identity. Providing educational and employment opportunities may help them to discover their abilities and skills and reduce the crime and violence in the society, thus reducing frustration and enabling them to earn their livelihood. Well, improved mental health is something which we really need to focus upon, because the mental health still remains a problem to be tackled effectively. So with the greater awareness of the problem, more attention can be paid. Steps for empowering the poor. Through the measures mentioned, the poor should be made more powerful, capable of living independently, and also they should lead their life with dignity without depending upon the help given by the government or the other people. The concept of Antoday, or the rise of the last person in the society, that is the poorest, has helped a large section of the poor to get uplifted to a better economic condition. Under Antoday programs, there is a provision of health, nutrition, education and training for employment. So, ActionAid, an international group dedicated to the cause of the poor, has made the goals of making the poor more sensitive towards their rights, nutrition, health, facilities, education and employment. So with this, we come to the end of a social concern, which is poverty. Well, we have done today the steps that one needs to take to promote pro-environmental behavior, and we have discussed in detail the difference between poverty and deprivation and how they are linked to social disadvantage and discrimination. We have also discussed the causes of poverty in the society. We have also focused upon what are the psychological impact of poverty on the poor and the measures which have been taken in order to reduce poverty. So in the next class, we will take up another social concern, which is aggression. Thank you and have a good day.